across the lands between stand mysterious places and monuments. Though they appear to hold narrative significance, their purpose is never fully explained through dialogue or item descriptions. In today's video, we'll examine these sites in detail and outline the most prominent theories surrounding their purpose and their origins. Let's dive in. East of the royal capital lie the Forbidden Lands, joining the mountaintops to the rest of the continent. The only means of accessing these parts is a massive lift connected to Lanedel's High Road and the Divine Tower of East Altus. A secret room was built inside this structure, near the bottom of the elevator shaft. Here, we find a small, comfortably furnished office filled with books that evoke fervent study. We don't know much about this room, though several hints suggest a connection with Melina, the spectral demigod Maiden who accompanies the Tarnished on their journey. The biggest clue relating to her presence is the Blade of Calling lying on the table, which evidently belongs to her. Another thing to note is the room's only window. Using camera tools, we can see how it's facing the Erdtree, which has a direct narrative connection to Melina.
I was born at the foot of the Erdtree, where Mother gave me my purpose. Though now, everything is lost to me. I have to ascertain for myself the reason for which I live, burned and bodiless.
Then, there's the deceased guard sitting outside the room, who drops an official's attire. Its description hints at a secret police of sorts, who carried out grim tasks in service of the Golden Order. Tasks like locking away a demigod child spirit, for instance. This fits Melina's role as Kindling Maiden, capable of sacrificing herself to ignite the Erdtree, a duty which demanded a high level of secrecy, as it was considered a cardinal sin. Piecing together these clues, a likely theory is that Melina lived here in seclusion, hidden away by her mother as part of a contingency plan that would allow a Tarnished to defy the Elden Beast and claim the Elden Ring. Thus, upon Marika's imprisonment, her spirit headed south to Limgrave in search of a maidenless Tarnished strong enough to fulfill the journey. Despite her importance to the story, Melina is one of the most mysterious characters in Elden Ring, making this hidden room all the more fascinating. The fact that she never mentions this place in dialogues could imply she doesn't remember it, stripped from thoughts along with the rest of her memories, or perhaps faded by time. The four Belfries sit atop a hill in western Liurnia, south of Carrier Manor. In Elden Ring, the ringing of bells commonly serves as a way to beckon spirits. This explains the headless trolls guarding the Belfries, similar to the spectral knights manifested by wandering mausoleums. These structures host sending gates, connected to remote places throughout the world. Behind each gate lie several items arranged as offerings, implying a deeper significance than simple means of travels. We know of one civilization to whom travels were culturally significant: the ancient Ul dynasty, builders of the stone coffins. The figure portrayed on the Belfries looks very similar to their bearded statues found in the mausoleum that became Mogwin Palace. The very same mausoleum located right next to one of the sending gate destinations. Interestingly, a fifth belfry can be found in the Shadow Realm, near Castle Ensis. That one is linked to the ruins of Rao, home of another ancient civilization. Based on these clues, the four belfries seem to be very old structures, built by ancient people long before the age of the Erdtree. The four imbued keys required to unlock their sending gates are found in areas related to sorcerers. This could be a hint that Carians and Academy scholars used the belfry gates in more recent times, maybe as a means of research. In the end, the gates were locked and abandoned, perhaps in an attempt to hoard knowledge. After all, we know Marika sought to suppress historical facts that were inconvenient to the Golden Order's supremacy, such as evidence of previous cultures. When Radagon married Renala, the Carians became allied to the House of the Erdtree, so maybe they obeyed a directive to lock away the belfries, thus preventing their destinations from becoming common knowledge. Divine towers are ancient structures associated with demigod shard-bearers and their great runes. 5 of them can be accessed by conventional means, while another is strangely isolated. It stands in the Lands Between's central sea and can only be reached via the Waygate from the Divine Bridge in Lanedale. This implies that the 2 structures were connected in the past until the tower was severed from the mainland. According to the suppressing pillar, the Land of Shadow was located in the center of the Lands Between. So, perhaps that divine tower was once connected through another structure, like the ruins of Rao. The top of this tower is one of the few areas where Majula can be seen in the distance. It's also the only tower that shows signs of damage, its columns partially destroyed as if they were struck by something. We know Majula was hit by a meteor in the past, which caused it to crumble. So, the likeliest explanation for this damage might be stray rubble, projected with great force. Here, we can activate Millennia's half-rotted Great Rune. Its description states it should have been the most sacred of all, perhaps owing to her Empyrean lineage. Maybe her scarlet rot affliction explains why her tower ended up isolated from the others, symbolizing how she was severed from her regal fate, and giving a double meaning to her title of the Severed. Behind the Shadow Keep lies a tall structure, built on the edge of a cliff near the Scadutree. Its purpose is never explained or even referenced, which is strange considering its imposing size. Its architecture style is visually distinct from nearby structures, perhaps hinting that it predates the Shadow Keep. based on the chalice found behind it? Maybe it simply stands as a symbol of Marika's dominion and how her family had exclusive access to the Shadowtree's bountiful sap. Its design could be inspired from real-life monuments, like the Roman victory arches, which marked their empire's conquests. Curiously, its upper part looks relatively similar to the Gate of Divinity, so maybe it was built as an attempt to replicate its function. In that regard, the gameplay trailer for Shadow of the Erdtree showed a brief glimpse at a cutscene that didn't make it into the final release. Here, we see Miquella gesturing at the Scadutree, his palm upturned. Looking at visual details, this scene may have happened at the Scadutree Chalice. So, it's possible the monument was involved in cut content. Alternatively, perhaps it was meant to portray the moment when he discards his great rune, which would explain why its remains are dropped by the Scadutree avatar, located below. Many other theories have been suggested about the monument, though in the absence of concrete evidence, we can only speculate as to its purpose. If you enjoy my content, remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.